Good, happy Wednesday morning, April 28th, 2021. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Wednesday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. It's time to rise and shine and get this Wednesday off to a good start. So grab that good cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy this Wednesday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. So, let's begin right now. First up, 6-year-old cancer patient gets hero's welcome at school. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
At KPD Productions TV is feeling the $5 Popeye Shrimp Tackle Box, and we're feeling the love.
Nice and crunchy buttermilk shrimp. Fabulous.
Get the Shrimp Tackle Box or Surf and Turf for just $5.
He's 6, and he's a fighter. Nathan Herber from Rochester, Minnesota was just 4 years old when he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Nathan had to leave school at the time to undergo aggressive treatment at the Mayo Clinic, daily chemo, spending months in the hospital. At one point, he was on life support. It's been years now, but the entire time, Nathan keeping up with school from his hospital room. Here he is at 4. What does that spell?
Nathan.
Oh, good job. And now, 3 years after his diagnosis, 6 years old, Nathan is now in remission. And on his final day of chemo, after 900 days of treatment, his friends at school, wearing their masks, holding their signs, with a whole lot of love. Welcome back, Nathan. Holding signs, congrats, Nathan, and you are tough, cheering his name. Nathan waving back. He had no idea they'd be waiting. Right here tonight.
Hi, David and ABC News.
Nathan on the left, his twin brother Justin on the right, and his big brother Grant right there in the middle.
I'm going to be happy because I might be able to see my friends.
And Nathan's family tonight with a message.
Our hope for everybody returning to school this year is to never give up and things will be normal again.
Welcome back, Nathan. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Awesome story there. Lawyers, family of Andrew Brown Jr. reveal independent autopsy. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
You want anything?
No, I'm good, babe.
Can I get a quarter pounder with cheese? Make that too.
Thank you.
Hey, but I thought...
Like the deadly police shooting of Andrew Brown Jr. by deputies in North Carolina. New video tonight shared by the family's lawyer, showing deputies packed in a pickup truck arriving at Brown's home. And the family's independent autopsy results now. They say Brown was shot 5 times, including what their lawyer said was a kill shot to the back of the head. Here's ABC's Victor Akendo in North Carolina tonight.
Tonight, new street camera video showing deputies rushing to Andrew Brown Jr.'s home, tweeted by his family's lawyers. Deputies piled into the back of a pickup truck, turning the corner and jumping out. Brown's house is out of sight. Moments later, he was shot and killed. Today, lawyers and Brown's family revealing the results of an independent autopsy.
It was a kill shot to the back of the head.
According to their autopsy report, Brown was shot 5 times. He had 4 gunshot wounds to his right arm and 1 to his head. Attorneys for the family saying that Brown was struck in the arm as his hands were on the steering wheel and was fleeing the gunfire when he was shot in the back of the head.
So it went into the base of the neck, in the bottom of the brain, the skull, and got lodged in his brain.
The state releasing Brown's death certificate stating he died within minutes of a penetrating gunshot wound of the head. It's been nearly a week since Brown was killed. Each day, seeing peaceful protests and continued calls to publicly release body camera videos from the incident. The Pasquotank County attorney filing a motion Monday petitioning for all videos to be released. A court hearing is now set for tomorrow morning. We sat down with Andrew's son, Khalil, the only family member to watch a redacted portion of the body camera video. What has this been like for your family?
We all need answers, and we just can't get it. It's stressing us out a lot. You know, we haven't been eating, sleeping like we're supposed to. It's just eating us up.
And Victor Kenda with us tonight from Elizabeth City again this evening. Victor, we know the governor of North Carolina has called for transparency, the release of those body cam videos, and tonight he and the FBI are now weighing in on the case.
David, the FBI has opened a federal civil rights investigation into the shooting. North Carolina's governor is calling for a special prosecutor in this case. And tonight, for the first time since the shooting, there is a curfew in effect here in Elizabeth City until further notice. David?
All right, Victor Kenda with us again tonight. Victor, thanks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. CDC relaxes mask guidelines for vaccinated people outdoors. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Shopping with Google helps you find whatever you're looking for, like workout shirts or at-home apps.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. And we begin tonight with this new chapter in this pandemic, one more step towards some sense of normalcy again in this country. President Biden and the CDC today relaxing guidelines for fully vaccinated Americans when it comes to wearing masks outdoors, saying those masks outside, for the most part, are no longer needed. The president removing his mask on the north lawn of the White House today, saying starting today, if you're fully vaccinated and you're outdoors and not in a big crowd, you no longer need to wear a mask. Health officials saying fully vaccinated adults don't need masks to walk, run, or bike outside, whether you're alone or with others. If fully vaccinated, you don't need masks in small outdoor gatherings with friends or family. The data showing the risk of transmitting COVID is much lower outdoors. And look at this tonight, the CDC's new chart showing when it's safe for fully vaccinated adults, and I know it's a lot to take in there, but look at the right-hand column. That's for vaccinated Americans outside. You can see the mask is off in just about every scenario, except right there at the very bottom right, the mask is back on. That's for big crowds and big events. On the left-hand side, that's for unvaccinated Americans, and you can see halfway down, as soon as you start talking about gatherings with vaccinated and unvaccinated friends, they say wear the mask. Tonight here, the numbers, nearly 140 million adults now receiving at least one dose of vaccine. That's more than 54% now. And President Biden today thanking Americans for getting us this far. And again, pointing to the 4th of July, calling it our target date to get life in America closer to normal and begin to celebrate our independence from the virus. ABC's Eva Pilgrim leading us off tonight.
Tonight, the country one step closer to normal with new mask guidelines for millions of Americans who are fully vaccinated.
Starting today, if you're fully vaccinated and you're outdoors, you need, and not in a big crowd, you no longer need to wear a mask.
In a new roadmap, the CDC giving vaccinated Americans the green light to exercise outside, attend small outdoor gatherings, even with unvaccinated people, dine outdoors with other households, all without a mask.
And the more people who are vaccinated, the more steps we can take towards spending time with people we love, doing the things we love to enjoy.
But for unvaccinated Americans, masks are still recommended if you're outside with other unvaccinated people or dining outdoors with other households. All Americans should wear masks at crowded outdoor concerts, parades, and sporting events, and masks are still recommended indoors unless everyone is vaccinated.
Although these vaccines are extremely effective, we know that the virus spreads very well indoors.
More than 96 million Americans are fully vaccinated, but demand for vaccines falling in recent days. President Biden making the case that getting vaccinated allows Americans to do more things safely.
For those who haven't gotten their vaccination yet, especially if you're younger or think you don't need it, this is another great reason to go get vaccinated. Now.
Even with today's new guidelines, the president asked why he walked out wearing a mask.
You chose to wear a mask as you walked out here. What message were you sending by wearing a mask outside alone?
By watching me take it off and not put it back on till I get inside.
Many across the country relieved to hear the news.
Feels good.
It'll be a lot more comfortable, especially with temperatures warming up, to be outside without a mask.
Just a little bit more towards normalcy. It'll be great.
Still, some choosing to keep their mask on.
I'm fully vaccinated, but I just think it's the right thing to do. Why take a chance?
And so let's bring in Eva Pilgrim back with us tonight. She's outdoors there in Brooklyn. So the guidance for outdoors, like the park that Eva's in, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. But I hope we're all patient with one another in the coming days as people get used to this new guidance, get used to their own comfort zone on this, as we heard in your piece there, Eva. But in the meantime, I know the CDC today also gave us some assurance for vaccinated Americans who want to get their hair cut, go work out, go shopping. They say still wear a mask, but they're fairly confident that all of that is safe.
That's right, David. The CDC has more data about the effectiveness of these vaccines, and they believe fully vaccinated people are safe going to indoor places like salons, gyms, and malls. But they want to underscore those people still need to wear masks when they're indoors. David?
All right, Eva Pilgrim leading us off again tonight. Eva, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into weather. And here's a look at the weather across the United States for all of you for this Wednesday. As you can see, there's some rain near New Hampshire and Boston, and we have a band of rain all along here, and rain over here as well, with a little bit of snow in Denver. Otherwise, the rest of the United States is dry, and that is a look at your weather for across the United States for this Wednesday. And we are going to switch gears now and take a look at this. Have you ever eaten chocolate brick? Take a look.
Phone it into 1-800-FARMERS to get policy perks like a home and auto bundle discount.
I'm phoning it in. Just save 20%.
Get your policy perks by calling 1-800-FARMERS. Go ahead, phone it in.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
They look like a brownie, but they taste more like a soft chocolate shortbread. I hope you enjoy the recipe.
Okay, there you go. Looks very, very yummy. We'll need to try it. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into entertainment news. In entertainment news, Britney Spears set to address court in conservatorship battle when she'll speak out. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
In New Hampshire, we have one day that you can vote. If there's a line, forget it. Like, there's no way I'll have a chance.
That's my prerogative.
Okay guys, so I'm here in my kitchen today.
Posting new sandwich making tutorials, dancing at a wedding this weekend with boyfriend Sam Asghari, Britney's looking healthy and happy, but her parents are in an ugly battle at odds over her conservatorship.
Nothing in this case is normal.
Yes, it's Jamie versus Lynn Spears, with Jamie claiming his ex-wife is using Britney. Quote, Lynn Spears is the one who exploited her daughter's pain and trauma for personal profit by writing a book about her.
Certainly, listen, it doesn't look great on her perspective, you know, and it could potentially be looked at as unfavorably, but I think ultimately it's going to come down to the legal intricacies of the case.
She kind of really shut me out.
Lynn sat down with E.T. in 2008, shortly after the publication of that book, Through the Storm. Lynn described a horrific incident at the height of Britney's troubles when she was being rushed to the hospital.
And I'm begging the ambulance, please let me ride. Please let me go. Let me go with you. I'm her mom. And they tell me, if you don't hush, we're going to restrain you. Yes, ma'am. We don't really talk about that time.
The intense focus on the case comes after the huge success of the Framing Britney Spears documentary. And now, listen to this. Producers will reportedly return with an in-depth look at Janet Jackson's 2004 Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction.
We thought it would be cool, instead of me just coming up by myself, to kind of mix it up with her.
Justin recently apologized to Janet and his ex Britney after the Britney doc examined how he handled his split with the pop star.
He essentially weaponizes the video for one of his singles to incriminate her in the demise of the relationship.
And yeah, that video has been viewed nearly 400 million times. Wow.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for watching and joining us for this morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Have a great rest of your day and see you back here later on today with more news coverage. Goodbye, everyone.